Hey guys, what's up? It's Rep back at it with another video. The NBA draft is tonight. Stay tuned for my post-draft reactions and everything about what I think we're going to do. It's a big night. We've been waiting an extra month. We've been waiting, Hawks fans, about 6 since the season ended for this to see what happens. But I'm going to talk about a Gordon Hayward trade to Atlanta. Gordon Hayward wouldn't be bad, but he's kind of washed. His contract's bad. And the stuff that they're saying we're going to give for him, I wouldn't give. It's not worth it. I've heard the number one thing I hear is Dwayne Dedmon, Cam Reddish, and maybe the number 6 pick for Grant Williams, Gordon Hayward, the 17th pick, and the 30th pick, something like that. And I wouldn't do that. It's not worth it. It's really not. There's nobody good at 6 you can draft better than Cam Reddish, I don't think. And Cam Reddish has potential, he showed it last year, to be better than Gordon Hayward will be. Because Gordon Hayward's washed. Since he got hurt, he never bounced back. He never should have left Utah. But his career's kind of been downhill since then. He was a great player in Utah. Then he got hurt in Boston, and he's never been the same. And so I don't really want him on our team when you trade the young players we basically tanked for the last 3 years to get him. Cam Reddish is more athletic than him. Shooting isn't better, but it'll get there. I think Cam's defense is a lot better than his defense. So at this point, I would keep Cam. Grant Williams isn't good enough for me to say, hey, let's make that trade because that's even. I think Cam's better than him. I think Cam has superstar ability. But I don't know. Travis, he's a smart guy. I don't think he would do this. I've also heard they would trade Hunter and Herter for a 3rd star if they get Gordon Hayward. And I don't get that. There's no star you could trade for other than maybe a sign and trade with Brandon Ingram. That is the only thing I could see that would be worth it. Star player that'd be worth it. I've heard Oladipo. I don't think an Oladipo team with Gordon Hayward, Trey, John, and Capella would win. I will say Gordon Hayward is he's an all-star level player, and he's somebody who would be good to not always have the ball in their hand and catch and shoot open shots. But, I'd rather have Cam. I'd rather have Cam, see what he can do. I have 3 Cam jerseys, 1 from last year, 2 of the new ones. God, I hope he doesn't get traded. But it's just, I never thought we would get to the day where they'd be talking Cam. I wouldn't trade Cam. I hope Schlenk doesn't. I'm perfectly fine with just keeping our pick at 6. I wanted to make a move, and he might tonight. He might make a big trade, but I'm fine with just keeping the pick. Because I feel like people want to blow this team up too quick. Like, people want to get rid of Capella. Capella hadn't played a game for us. I want to see him play a game in our colors before we ship him off somewhere, because he's the big man we need. And I also think if you keep a starting lineup the way they're talking, say you don't get Gordon Hayward, I think they're not going to win it next year. They'll be a playoff team. They'll be like at the 5 to 8 tier. But Trey at point guard, Cam at shooting guard, Hunter, Collins, Capella. And then on the bench, if you get Rondo like they're saying, you have Herter. If you get Joe Harris, those are good players. And then maybe you throw Bruno in at power forward, Dedmon at center. Or you go get a power forward like Jeremy Grant. If you get Jeremy Grant, Joe Harris, and Rondo, I think that builds enough depth on the team that you have a championship level bench. If you talk about the Warriors when they were really good, that first year before they had to pay everybody, it was because their bench was Iguodala, Barbosa, Harrison Barnes, Bogut. You could switch them all in and nothing would change because they're all good players. And I think if you did that, if you can get those 3 free agents, you are setting yourself up to, hey, you have some people off the bench who, if the rookies are struggling, can come get them. Or, I guess, the sophomores. But they still have time to develop. And they're not going to be all-stars next year. Trey was like a star. It doesn't happen to everybody. I was trying to figure it out. But, I mean, I give it 2 years, and Hunter and Reddish will be contending for that. I think Hunter and Reddish will average about 15 a game next year. Hopefully it's in our colors, but I think that's what they do, and I think the next year they'll be closer to 20. One of them will probably stay at 15, one of them be at 20. I'm going to have a whole video on that. But I don't want Gordon Hayward. It's not worth giving up that much. Let me know what y'all think. Have another video up later during the draft, after the draft. Stay tuned. Peace.